Now, with synthetic, the basic thing you have to check first to see if it's even eligible to use synthetic division is that your divisor is in this form. And it doesn't have to be subtraction. It just has to be x minus a. So x plus 2, x minus 5, something like that has to be the divisor. So do you remember when you were doing 4x plus 2 and 3x minus 1 were your divisors? These were not eligible for synthetic division. You guys see that? Okay, so you're looking for the divisor to be in this form here. All right? So whatever is here, you want to think opposite. What am I thinking when I see x plus 2? What's the opposite I'm thinking of? Negative 2. So you want to put that in the corner. Put that in the corner. What are my coefficients from my dividend?
3.
Careful, it's not 3. 2, negative 3, 4, and 5. So you're going to write those here. 2, negative 3. What if it was missing one? What would I put? You put a 0. Make sure, because it's going to happen. Make sure if it's missing one, you put a 0. Make sure if you're missing one, you put a 0. You want. Okay, let's see if anybody remembers. What's step number 1? I don't add it. No, I don't do that. What's the very first step? I mean, this is sad because I literally taught like 98% of you. Not for everyone.
It goes into.
I'm dead.
Oh wait, don't you do that? Negative 3 plus.
Start to multiply a number. You didn't teach me, so I have
You didn't teach me.
You still learned it.
That was like a long time ago, so it wasn't as.
I'm not sure about that.
Wait, no.
Thanks, Peter, for your honesty.
Yeah.
Aiden, anything?
I was like, wait. I know all the way.
Something with 1.
You really wanted to say.
Negative 2 times 1, right? And then you do.
There's no 1 up there.
No, but like, don't you multiply it by?
You subtract.
The very first step is you bring down the first number.
Oh.
That was so.
You just made it.
No, you didn't, Jalen. No, you didn't, Jalen. No, you didn't. Now, Julissa knows the next step. We're going to multiply 2 times negative 2 and write it under the next one. Now, here's where it can get confusing. Remember, in long division, we use subtraction every time, right? Synthetic division, you're using addition. Oops. So we're going to be adding here. Didn't leave myself enough space. Got it. All right. So what's negative 3 plus negative 4? Very good. What's negative 7 times negative 2? Positive 14. Now you're adding 18. Negative 36. Add negative 31. Then we're going to write down the answer based on what we have underneath that line. Now, a couple of things that I want you to be thinking in your brain when we finish this, because I don't know if anyone was thinking this except for me. We wrote negative 31. As a teacher of doing this, and maybe as a student, what do I get really excited for when I see here? What number here gets me excited? 0. Very good. So the moment that I don't see 0, and I know I'm not asking you today, but you can imagine what's going to happen later this week. The moment I don't see 0, my first thought is x plus 2 is not a factor of this dividend. So I'll repeat that. If this is 0, x plus 2 would have been a factor of my dividend. That will come in handy later. Oh, we're going to get there, Julissa. You remember those good times? Sad. All right. So we're ready to write the answer. When I taught you guys this, or many of you, not all of you, when you learned this, I need to say that because you guys did learn it. Those I didn't teach you did learn it. When you were doing this for the first time, the most common mistake that I see is students just stop here. They don't finish the problem. The problem needs to keep going. What's the first number underneath our line? 2. Do you guys see how it's x cubed? So it's going to be 2x squared. Always start one less in the exponent. Minus, and we're going to just decrease, 7x to the first power. Do you see how I decreased by 1 on my exponent here? Okay. Plus 18. So what is negative 31 called? Very good, the remainder. So it's going to look just like you did for your long division problems. Minus 31 over, what was the divisor? So I get a lot of students that write this, but that wasn't my divisor. It's x plus 2, so make sure you go back to the original problem. Questions on synthetic division? Yes, Susanna. What is the negative 2? The negative 2, this allowed us to do like this process. I know it's weird, but this right here and this right here, this work, is the same. That's like shorthand, like a quick way, right? When you guys, some of you will take accounting classes, there's like the formal way to do your accounting, and then there's something called the quick and dirty method. All right? You'll learn it in college, some of you. Yeah. Baby shark. That's what my daughter does. Baby shark. She can't do that because she's 18 months, so she just does that.
Is everything in the little box to the left?
Everything I own is in a box to the left. Yeah, like this one here? Always. So if this had been x minus 2, then this would be positive 2. No. So that's the form to tell you think opposite.
Okay.
That's a lot of students ask, wait, doesn't it have to be subtraction? No. Just means think opposite. So you think opposite when you put it in. Good question. All right. Looks like we don't have any more questions.